Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Private Talks. Anthony. Today we're going to have a civil conversation. For those that are new to the channel, we make mental health conversations and content that's going to be beneficial to your personal development, in addition to your well-being, right? Today's conversation, we're going to be talking about the science behind emotional exhaustion, right? So if you're feeling emotional drained all the time, this is a sign that you're not too sensitive. It's a sign that your system has been overloaded for a long period of time, right? Damn near like burnout. But I want to be able to normalize and reduce some shame, because many people think that emotional exhaustion means that they're not coping well enough, right? But in reality, it makes sense that this is a chronic demand of emotional strain. And this is, I really want to take that into consideration, because burnout, emotional strain is tied into depriving yourself, right? So high functioning people often think that ignoring early signs until depletion hits, right? So people usually wait till last minute until when things are kind of going wrong, right? But you got to be kind of intuitive with regards to your body to understand what's going on. Like I said, recovery is really important. But let's talk about some psychoeducation to get ourselves grounded with some proper understanding, right? So emotional exhaustion is linked to chronic activation of the stress response system, right? So when stress is constant, the brain, especially in the amygdala, right, stays on high alert, right? So the brain is just, stress is the anxiety it's going off, right? So over time, when the drain in regards to the mental energy has been reduces in regards to the emotional regulation, hormones like cortisol, which is that stress hormone, remains elevated. So stress is really high, leading to fatigue, like I said, that burnout, irritability, and the attachment, right? So this may be affecting different aspects of your life due to the fact that your body is deprived. It's been deprived for a long time. It's been overloaded with a lot of things going on, and like I said, this is tied to burnout, right? So relaxation is something serious, but this is not like a one-time thing. Medicine, you're gonna have to really change up some lifestyle changes to be able to kind of get back to that recovery, right? So emotional exhaustion is what happens when recovery does not meet its match in regards to that demand, right? So you're not taking recovery serious. You just keep pushing through, right? And I know a lot of people out there that are just they have high expectations, they have things they have to meet, there's deadlines, there's family support they have to meet, but at the same time too, if you can't take care of yourself, how can you be able to help others, right? So you got to be able to take care of yourself, right? So practical reframing in regards to how to respond differently, right? So I really want us to take consideration on focusing on regulating, right? Not just pushing through. We got to be able to take care of ourselves, like I said, and understand that we have to have a priority, right? So what's more important? What can we get today? What's the demands, the things that we can facilitate for proper action for today? And if we can't get it, done, perhaps we can get it done another time, right? But we got to be able to kind of have a balance to what we're doing, right? In addition to that as well, rest is not a reward, is a requirement for emotional stability, right? We got to be able to take care of our bodies, for our bodies to be able to provide that phenomenal support, right? Got to be able to get that rest. Boundaries protect our energy, right? Not just our time. You got to be able to set the line, right? And sometimes you're not going to be able to do certain things, like I said, in regards to what's priorities, what's more important to you, what things can get done, right? So you got to be able to set the boundaries, express, to the best of your capabilities respectfully, but you got to realize, like I said, regulating yourself, make sure you're putting yourself as a priority, taking care of yourself, because how can you take care of other people, right, if you're not taking care of yourself, right? Rest, you got to take care of yourself, get that sleep. You got to recover, right? The body needs it. You may be saying you don't need it, but the body's saying, I need it. What is you talking about, right? In addition to that, too, boundaries, like in regards to people out there, right? So taking care of your energy isn't just avoiding your responsibility. It what makes, everything sustainable in your life. It's what's keeping everything, like I said, balanced. So let's dive into some micro action, because like I said, when you know better, you're able to do better, you're able to move better, right? So I want you to pause and think and give yourself sometimes like a reality check, right? What is draining me right now? What's really going on? Like I said, we got to be more intuitive. For those out there as well, I want you to be able to journal sometimes, really write down what's going on, your mood, you know what I mean? Express yourselves. This is really going to be able to help you get some more insight in regards to what's going on with you. You want to be able to have your personal development in regards to you. You got to put yourself as a priority, and doing these things is going to be helping you, have better self-awareness. In addition to that as well, remove or reduce one unnecessary demand today. So what are some things that are hindering you, right? A lot of us on the phones, a lot of our time. Can we reduce some of that too, right? What are some things that are just taking a lot of our energy, that's consuming us, so that we're like, it's lacking, what's it called, for us to get our sleep? It's lacking setting boundaries, right? What's really going on in our world? So we got to be able to give ourselves that reality check. Next is going to be add one small recovery habit, right? So like I said, silence, movement, breathing, meditation, like I said, journaling. What can we do to improve our lifestyle in a healthy way, right? So we are able to kind of have a better relaxed mindfulness in our world, right? So we're able to not have that burnout. Like I said, it's fatigue. Do one thing today that's going to be able to help you benefit and get that energy back, right? Not just something that's going to be consuming you, taking energy from you. What can you do to kind of replenish yourself, right? Like I said, you got to put yourself as a priority. You do matter. So when it comes to emotional exhaustion, it's a sign to adjust, not just quit. We don't got to just, you know what I mean, fall back, or like I said, wait till last minute when things are going kind of chaotic in regards to, like I said, our mental health, right? We have to be able to take care of ourselves, because our mood, our behaviors, our actions, pushing through, meeting all these criteria, and understand that we can't do all these things, right? Good things take time, and we also got to have balance to our lifestyle. However, when it comes to, like I said, exhaustion, you're not a failure, but this is a message that we got to, like I said, be more intuitive with our body. We got to be listening. We have to be kind of more self-aware. So by practicing the tools that we discussed today, hopefully they can be able to be beneficial to your life. If you think this video was beneficial, give it a thumbs up, share if possible, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay blessed.